Of all the models in the 2019 Harley-Davidson lineup, there is only one I feel is right for me. If I was in the market for a Harley-Davidson today, which model would I buy? First, a little background. A couple of years ago, I was seriously considering buying a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. I've ridden a few Harleys on ride days, and my son had recently bought a Softail Slim, which I really like. And although I prefer a bike with a frame-mounted fairing, at the time I had my eye on the $38,000 Australian Harley-Davidson Street Glide. I've never spent that much money on a motorcycle, so before committing to such a hefty investment, I wanted to make sure I was a big twin cruiser kind of guy. I went searching for cheaper but similar alternatives to the Street Glide, something I could buy for around $20,000 Australian, something I could test the waters with. After watching many YouTube reviews, I settled on the Kawasaki Vulcan Vaquero with a Street Glide style instrument layout and the frame-mounted fairing, 1700 or 104 cubic inch engine, and air shocks. It was basically a cross between the Harley-Davidson Street Glide and Harley Road Glide of that era. In 2017, when I was in the market for a new bike, Kawasaki had stopped bringing the entire Vulcan 1700 range to Australia. But as luck would have it, Kawasaki Australia still had a few new 2015 bikes on hand, and were advertising a good deal on the remaining 2015 Vulcan 1700 Vaquero stock. Long story short, I got my dealer to find me a new 2015 Vulcan Vaquero still in the box and had it shipped down. I traded in my Versys 1000, and now, with 22,000 kilometers on the clock, it's still my weekly rider. I will do a video on my Vaquero, what I like and what annoys me, but that's for another day. So back to the whole point of this video. If I was buying a Harley today, which model would I buy? To help decide, I've created a list of my personal must-have features. Number 1, rider comfort. Number 2, pillion comfort and accommodation. Number 3, ride quality. Number 4, performance and handling. Make that cruiser performance and handling. I'm not expecting to take this thing to the track or a drag strip. Number 5, styling. Number 6, winter comfort and wind protection. Number 7, summer comfort. And last but not least, number 8, it needs to have bags. I've become accustomed to having somewhere to store my gear. Just on the winter-summer comfort thing, it's very difficult to find a bike that will perform well in both areas. They either offer great protection from the elements in winter or are stripped down, giving the rider greater access to the necessary cooling airflow in summer. But in this area, I think Harley has an answer. More on that later. Of the entire Harley-Davidson range, I've narrowed my selection down to these 5 motorcycles. Number 1, the Softail Heritage Classic. Number 2, the Road King. Number 3, the Street Glide Special. Number 4, the Road Glide Special. And number 5, the Ultra Limited. Other models in Harley's lineup that I find highly desirable include the Softail Deluxe, the Fat Boy, the Livewire, and the 1200 Roadster. These were discounted for not having my must-have features, which I've already mentioned. I knocked out the Street Glide Special first, primarily because of its ride height. A lower riding bike comes at the expense of suspension travel, and suspension comfort and ride quality are a must for me. The Road Glide Special was the next to go for the very same reason. Although it's getting a lot closer to what I need, I then knocked out the Ultra Limited, for a few reasons really. Number 1 being the price, 41,000 Australian dollars, and I do worry about getting enough airflow in summer. Also, although it's a big bike, I feel more cramped sitting on the Ultra Limited than I do my Vulcan Vaquero. The last to go was the Heritage Classic. When the Heritage Classic first came out, I thought it was the bee's knees, and I rode straight down to my dealer for a look and a sit. But after watching a few reviews, I feel the Classic Harley touring lineup may be a better option for two-up expeditions. With all that said, we're left with only one motorcycle, the 2019 Harley-Davidson Road King. It has classic timeless styling, long travel touring suspension, comfortable pillion and rider seats, footboards all round, hard bags, excellent lighting, and with a windshield for winter protection, which can be removed to let the breeze in for a nice hot summer day ride, it really ticks all my boxes. Although, if riding without a screen, I would add a rider backrest to alleviate the additional wind pressure on my chest. For me and the sort of riding we do, the 2019 Road King is the pick of the Harley Davidson lineup. The 2019 Harley Davidson Road King truly is a bike I like.